unfortunately, society has such an impact on what looks good. You know, has such an idea of what looks good. If you want to look good, then you have to look like this. If you want to attract people, then you need to wear this, or you need to look like this. I think that is so prevalent in all of our mentalities that I definitely, when I'm attracted to someone and maybe I don't know them that well yet, I'm like, okay, well, if you want to find me attractive, then I guess I should probably conform a little more to what society finds attractive, which is terrible, and I hate that. If someone's attracted to you, it should be for who you are.
I definitely find myself, now that I don't have a boyfriend, I'm trying to dress up a little bit more when I go out, do my hair kind of pretty so that people will see me and notice me. I know that when I have a boyfriend, I tend to dress down a little bit more. I feel more comfortable with myself because I'm not out there trying to attract someone else.
If I'm attracted to somebody, I'm conscious of myself, but I'm comfortable how I am.
I've had 2 pretty abusive relationships. The first guy that I dated just would put down my body and point out what girls had nice bodies, and you know, at the time it was so upsetting. It was my first relationship. I had come from a spot before where I was very insecure, didn't have an understanding what beauty was, had a warped perception of it from so many different influences in my life, and so at the time it was very upsetting and, you know, really got me down. I look back and I feel so strong for getting out of them. It feels good when men are attracted to me, but it's not a necessity in my life.
It matters to me how Bruce thinks about me and sees me physically, but I like to set my own standards for myself.
I'm at the point in my life where I'm not really worried about what other people think.
I am perfectly fine with the way I am.
I don't feel like it's necessary. It's mostly for dress up for me. That's when I put it on.
I love makeup, but I can't wear it. I developed allergies, especially around my eyes, so that it's painful too. It makes my eyes tear up.
I don't wear makeup. I like to think of myself as pretty without needing makeup, and I'd rather a guy be attracted to me how I look as I am, rather than all made up and crazy looking.
I do wear a little bit of makeup, but I'm a vegetarian and I try to only shop at the Body Shop because they pride themselves on not testing on animals. But if I leave the house and I don't have makeup on, I'm okay with that. I'm still confident, I don't care. Which does make me question why I do sometimes wear makeup, but it's kind of funny how it's become so ritualistic in getting ready.
Well, I wear foundation and like the basic mascara or lip gloss, but I'm not a huge fan of makeup. Depends where, when people start wearing makeup, I think little kids definitely shouldn't. I think once you hit the teenage years, you can incorporate more, but I don't know, like when you're younger you want to put a lot of makeup on, so it's obvious, but then when you get older you want to make it look more natural, like, oh, I just wake up like this.
Usually, on a normal day, I'll usually wear a little mascara and a little foundation and probably keep it at that. I think that makeup is one of those things that can be used in bad ways and in good ways. I think it's a great form of expression. I think in the good way, like I said, it's a great form of expression. You can use fun colors or try different things. And also, being an actor or being involved in the theater, I, you know, when you're trying to look like become another character, become someone else, it's amazing what you can do with makeup. But as far as becoming someone else, that's where I think you can get into the bad side of it. There's a quote from a woman, Nawal El-Sadin, I believe I'm saying her name correctly. She talks about how Western women, in response to the veil or burqa in parts of Middle Eastern society, how Western women put it down and say that it's hiding women and that it's constraining women and their freedom, whereas there are a lot of women who wear veils that are totally fine with it and feel more comfortable with the veil. And they say that, and the point that she made was that Western women put that down, but when makeup is so emphasized in Western society, isn't makeup an equivalent of a veil, because you're not seeing who this person, who the woman really is.
I do wear myself on a regular basis, and it is an important number to me because it's a good way to kind of benchmark how active I am.
I used to weigh myself on a regular basis, not so much anymore, maybe once or twice a month. I do notice that number has an effect on my life, so I try not to weigh myself as much as I used to, because when that number is not what you want it to be, it tends to make your whole day kind of feel yucky.
I stopped weighing myself years ago because who the fuck cares about a number? Numbers drive you crazy. And someone once gave me advice that what does it matter if your weight is an extra 5 pounds from last week or an extra 5 pounds from 2 months ago? The only person that would notice and let that affect is the person who's weighing themselves. You know, the person that's getting obsessed with these numbers, that's reading every single calorie. Someone I was very close to growing up had an eating disorder, and it was the most devastating thing that I've ever watched. Starving yourself for the sake of a number.
I don't have a scale. I don't measure. The other day when I worked out, I saw the scale. I thought about it, but it wasn't necessary. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.